Peace and love, everyone. This is Sky Juice coming to you live and direct from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And I wanted to invite you all to a really cool forum that I'm putting together. It's just actually natural for me to talk about parenting, natural parenting, that is, because it is the way that I have chosen to raise my children. And I realized my oldest is 19, going to be 20 in a couple months. I have 5 children. The youngest is 6. That there are a lot of parents, whether they're newly having babies, like pregnant, or just about, 1-year-old young babies, to those who have older children that are still navigating through, parenting period and how they're going to raise their children. I feel like an advocate for parenting naturally because I just feel it's the best way to parent. It is not to say that this is the only way and it's the best way for you, but I really just think in my heart it is one of the best ways to raise children. And I guess the first question that comes to people's minds is, what is natural parenting? What does it mean to be a parent that uses natural modalities? And I think it's a very vague question, or a vague answer maybe, because it could encompass a lot of different elements. But I'm gonna go through a couple of them that I guess hits the bigger points. Definitely one of the big aspects of natural parenting is natural birthing. Natural birthing doesn't necessarily mean birthing at home, but that is one aspect of it. It definitely means birthing without intervention. In other words, C-sections would not be a form of natural birthing unless it is absolutely the absolute only remedy to birth a baby. People who advocate or support natural birthing would only use a C-section as the utmost emergency last choice. The mentality that we have, people who think this way, feel that C-sections have become very normal. And that's not fair to the mother and her baby. And there's also a segment of women, and I guess the husbands are involved as well, that opt for a C-section. They don't want to birth naturally. That's absolutely not the philosophy of natural parenting and natural birthing. Also included in natural birthing is midwifery and having a doula, which is a birthing attendant. And then, of course, the next step beyond the birthing process is feeding, breastfeeding, diet, vegetarianism, alternatives to vegetarianism, like those who aren't fully vegetarian. You don't have to be vegetarian to raise, to be a natural parent. It usually goes hand in hand, but it's not the law. There's no laws in this, actually. These are all ideas that are ways that you can incorporate into your life. Vaccinations is a huge topic for all parents in general, but folks who are following or seek to follow a more natural lifestyle, this question comes up. My position on vaccinations personally is none of my children have been vaccinated, number one. But number two, especially those who are very much for vaccinations, my thought about it is it's all good. Whatever works for your family is great. my thing is there are so many people who are not given a full, complete picture of what vaccination is and what it does for the body and why we have it. And in that respect, I feel that in order for any individual, any family to make an informed health decision about injecting something into their newborn baby, they need all the facts. They need as much information overload as they can so that they can make the right choice. And if in all their findings, they feel comfortable with vaccinating their child, then it's all good. But for folks to use excuses like, oh, well, you can't go to school, so I got to vaccinate, my children, that's not going into this very smart. Okay. So these are some of the points that I want to bring up. I'm going to be bringing up during our 5-day forum on natural parenting. Definitely breastfeeding. It's just so funny to me when I see online how people get so upset about a woman breastfeeding. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing that can replace breastfeeding. And there are very few reasons why a woman would not breastfeed her newborn. Very few. The worst one I've heard is, my baby did not like it. Or, I couldn't get my baby to latch on. I have remedies for that. And your baby did not like it is not a good excuse for me. Okay. Because in my mind, I'm thinking there's nothing else to give your baby. There's not a thing else on the planet to feed your baby. Your baby's going to drink this. It's almost like you're force feeding the baby, because I feel like it is everything. It is not just food. It is immunities. It is everything that your child needs at that moment in his or her life. So there's not going to be many excuses that this baby is going to give me. I was engorged in pain, and I had bleeding nipples, and I still fed my baby breast milk, regardless. And so I guess for some, especially new parents with newborns, how do you overcome those issues, and what happens, and how can you prevent not breastfeeding? Like, breastfeeding is like the only thing to me, but there are some times when you might not be able to. So can we discuss that? Yes. Co-sleeping, attachment parenting, potty training, all part of the process of parenting. And it's not necessarily a rule. It's not a rule, and it's not this is what a natural parent is or does. This is more of these are some wonderful ideas, and here are the reasons why this works. And this happens to definitely go with natural parenting philosophy. So this is like some of the conversation we're going to be having. So we're going to be having a 5-day forum, January 5th to 9th. I'm going to be sending out emails with lots of information and resources for you. We're going to be having a daily Google Hangout where folks can actually log in and communicate, and we can actually have a discussion. And then we're also going to be have a daily group for folks to post in and have a dialogue and communication about it as well. So sign up if you haven't already, and we'll be starting. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, whatever it is you celebrate or lack thereof. I respect all cultures and religions and beliefs and non-beliefs. And I'm just ready to get January 2015 started. I'm very excited about my new year, and I want to share the love. And I absolutely want to talk to you guys about something that's very passionate to me, because I'm close to expert on this. Okay. And it's call myself an expert. I said I'm close to. So have a good one, and I will talk to you on the rebound. Peace.